Manifesting that figure skating show gets to do a live on location event. You see, manifestation, power of the mind, guys. That figure skating show here at Skate Canada International live in Mississauga, covering it all for you. Let's get right into it, starting with the women's free skate. Snatching that gold from Japan, Rinka Watanabe. In second place of the United States of America, Star Andrews, and with the bronze, Young Yu of South Korea. So heading into the free program, it was looking muy delicioso for the Canadians, with Madeline Skeezy sitting in first place and Gabrielle Daleman sitting in second. But the young Japanese Rinka Watanabe said, "I think you need anchovies on that slice." The 20-year-old from Japan has never competed on the Grand Prix circuit. Like, never. Not junior, not senior. Ranked 6th nationally, 10th at Junior Worlds last year, and 6th after the short program here. She was virtually unknown. I literally met her yesterday for the first time during an interview, and her goal was just to skate well. How did she do it? Well, she opens up her free skate with a huge triple axel. And other jumps like that, like her triple lutz, step double axel, the second half of her program garnered her huge points. Plus her beautiful, light, ease, but powerful skating to the backdrop of a programming honoring her Japanese heritage gave her huge points in PCs. Combine that with the technical, it was enough to send her sprinting right past the competition. After the near flawless skate, she was moved to tears on and off the ice. We could see the crowd was right with her. This is her first ever Grand Prix. She comes away with the gold. This is her third senior event internationally. All of them have also been golden for her. She will see her teammate, Kaori Sakamoto, at NHK. And will she be able to secure another medal? And will we see her at the Grand Prix final? Only a few weeks will tell. In second place, we have Star Andrews of the United States of America, winning her first ever Grand Prix medal here. She has come a long way from whipping her hair with Willow. She is now a young woman, refined and elegant as ever. She's been on the Grand Prix circuit for quite some time, but has always struggled with consistency. But today, she said, "Not today, Satan." Delivering an impassioned free program to Laura Fabienne's Je suis malade, she was able to garner a 126, a personal best, to send her from 5th place to 2nd. Black girl magic for real. All right, so you're probably wondering, where them Canadian girls at? I mentioned it off the top. Let's get into it. So Gabrielle Daleman, world silver medalist, Olympic gold medalist in the team event, has struggled since all of those successes to climb back to Grand Prix success. We saw some brilliance from her in that short program. Diamonds by Rihanna, she was absolutely scintillating. Free program, though, was not as amazing. Starts off with that gorgeous triple toe. The money is long. Hangs on to the subsequent triple lutz, then goes down hard on her triple flip. More mistakes continue to happen, but she kept fighting through. And although we did not get to see Gabby's brilliance in the free program like we did in the short, it is good to see that she's building her confidence. And in an interview I did with her yesterday, she talked about how she has to constantly remind herself that she is one of the best in Canada. And that's what she's using to keep her going throughout this season. Madeline Skeezy has been the star of Canadian women's figure skating for the last 2 or so years. She comes out into that short program looking fire, intensity, and hunger in her eyes, sits pretty in first as she heads into that free program. She starts off this West Side Story free program super duper strong. Triple lutz, triple toe, on deck, double axel, triple toe, bam. Triple flip, didn't get up. Happens again on the loop. She makes too many mistakes to keep her in any kind of medal contention. She ends up finishing 7th overall. She will definitely have to go back home, refocus, because she has another Grand Prix coming. And we look forward to seeing what she does there. That figure skating show back here at Skate Canada International with Caitlin Osman, world champion, Olympic medalist many, many times over. Thank you for joining us, Caitlin.
Thank you for that intro.
Yeah, of course, of course. Would I do it any less? After the short program, we had Gabrielle Daleman sitting in 2nd place. The first time we've seen her in a while in medal contention at a Grand Prix. You've been on the world podium with her. You've gone to Olympics with her, won an Olympic medal with her. How special of a moment was it last night for her to go out and do what she did in that short program?
We did a lot of things together is what you're getting at. Gabrielle has always been such an amazing competitor, and competing against her, I was scared every single time I had to go out on that ice with her. She was so strong, so fiery, and I saw that yesterday in her short program, that confidence in herself and her ability to just skate for herself. And to be able to deliver a clean program, land on the podium again in the short program, it looked like herself again. And that confidence, and that's what she had so well.
I completely agree, especially with the backdrop of diamonds to Rihanna. She looked absolutely scintillating out there. Madeline Skizis and Gabby, 1 and 2, heading into the free program. They couldn't quite capture the magic of yesterday. So can you talk about how difficult it is to take the momentum of hitting 1st and 2nd place in the short program and carrying that into your free?
Well, when you're 1st and 2nd, you're the hunted instead of the hunter. And in that case, you have to go out and do your job because you don't know what everybody else is doing. And everybody else had a really great skate today. So going in as 1st and 2nd, you want to keep the confidence and that momentum that you got in the short program and the energy from the crowd because they're excited to see you do well since you're already 1st and 2nd. You have to keep that, but also keep the focus. With Gabrielle, I feel like she overpowered. That confidence went into a bit grander scheme, and it became really hard for her to control those jumps. And for Madeline, I don't think she's ever been in that position where she was in 1st, she was the one chased after. She hasn't been to that many competitions, so this is still new to her, still fresh, and sometimes it just really doesn't work.
Tough day at the office for Canadians Gabrielle Daleman and Madeline Skizis, finishing 10th and 7th respectively. But they still have another Grand Prix, especially Maddie, so we will see her again on the circuit, and hopefully she can do better there. Thank you so much, Caitlin.
Thank you.
Now let's stanky leg up on over to the ice dance event. A big day here for Canada. Not 1, but 2 medal finishes. Taking top spot yet again is Piper Gilles and Paul Poirier of Canada. In 2nd, we have Lila Fear and Lewis Gibson of Great Britain. And in 3rd place, Canadians Marjorie Lajoie and Zachary Laga. So let's get it started. Piper and Paul run away with the win here. Their 6th medal at Skate Canada and their 3rd title at this event. I think they should just rename it the Paul and Piper Skate Canada International. Do you think? Yeah. The class of the field and a familiar vintage we all love to guzzle. They started this Skate Canada with a rhythm dance that was boasty, sleek, and sexy. A big departure from the quirky, flary Latins we usually see from them, but it really pays off. This program relishes them a PB of over 87 points, leaving the other Terpsichoreans in their wake behind by over 4 points. Terpsichorean is just a fancy word for dancer. He went to university. Now the free. Picture it. Argentina, 1940-something. Madonna is going by the name Eva, and she is the First Lady of Argentina as she enters the balcony to bid farewell to her adoring countrymen. I know I'm being kind of ridiculous, as I always am, but that is literally what Piper and Paul did as they started this Evita program. Before they even took their opening positions, they drew everybody in with them. This program was dotted with stellar elements like that 1 foot section where they do it opposite facing each other, beautiful, and that character step. And then of course that standing straight line lift right on the music. It was beautiful. I was almost on the verge of tears. But I don't cry because I'm a thug. They get a standing ovation. They score a 128, just below their personal best in the free, but with their huge score in the rhythm dance, they get a personal best overall. They look fresh. They look ready for this season. Cannot wait to see more of them. Let's head to the silver medalists of Great Britain, Lila Fear and Lewis Gibson. Right off the bat, that rhythm dance, okay, well, the rhythm dance, fine. Let's talk about the dress. She's giving J-Lo. They're skating to Mark Antony. We want them to get back together. They were just fire from beginning to end. They score a nice 83 in second place as they head into this free dance, using the power of Lady Gaga to compel us to stare directly at them without breaking contact. What a program to Born This Way, a Lady Gaga medley. You have to go watch this. Dynamic elements like their opening lift, twizzle, their character step, and the new dance element, that choreo jump sequence to end the program, it left us on our feet. Similar to their Madonna voguing program about 2 seasons ago, I'd very much like to take this program on a respectable date. Last and certainly not least, Marjorie Lajoie and Zachary Lagat step onto their first Grand Prix podium, heading into this event with a very strong win at their first senior international. They came here with confidence and something to prove with the new vehicles that we haven't seen on them before. The rhythm dance, cha-cha slide energy to the gods.
Slide to the left, slide to the right, crisscross, crisscross, cha-cha whistle.
A lot of excitement. I definitely recommend going to watch it. You don't even need a coffee, just watch that and you got your day started. An uncharacteristic slip up by Zach in the character step sequence in the rhythm dance puts him behind the Americans in 4th place by just less than a point, making them hungry to nail it in the free, which they did. A completely different look for them than their Rio program that they were unfortunately, I think, kind of stuck with due to the pandemic. They skate this White Crow Nureyev program with beauty and class. Funnily enough, also about birds, but this bird went to university, studied Russian lit. It was elevated, the attention to detail, the attention to each other, the nuances in the music being hit by arms, legs, extensions, a look. This is very much an elevated Marjorie and Zach, and exactly what they need to be the next generation of Canadian ice dancers that will take the world by storm. They did not hit their PBs like they did a few weeks ago in Budapest, which are scores that would make them very competitive on the world stage. But they leave here with a medal, so I think it's mission accomplished. Now let's split twist on to the pairs. Our podium in first place with gold from Japan, Rinka Watanabe and Ryuichi Kihara. In second place from Italy, Sarah Conti and Niccolo Macchi. And in third place with the bronze from the USA, Emily Chan and Spencer Akira Howe. Let's get to the big story. The Japanese team of Miura and Kihara continue their momentum and success from last season, where they became the first Japanese pair team in 10 years to win a world medal. That was a silver. Dominant from top to bottom, they head into the free program first after the short, with only a step out and a downgrade on a level on a twist, for a score of 73, not too far from their personal best, and puts them in a commanding lead of 7 points. Now on to the free. Just like the short, It's good, but not immaculate. Exactly where a team of this caliber should be at their first Grand Prix so early in the season. A mistake from both Riku and Ryuichi on the side-by-side triple toes, under-rotated from Riku, and no combo from Ryuichi. But after that, they were right back on track with a smoking side-by-side triple sow, and then 2 gorgeous throws and beautiful lifts in the second half of their program. Those beautiful elements were framed by their improved difficulty and seamlessness in their program composition and enhanced presentation. This is my first time seeing this team live, and oh my gosh, are they way faster in person. His C-steps on his lifts are immaculate, so fast in that rotation, and their smiles are even bigger in person. Such a pleasure to watch this team. With this gold medal, they're well on their way to making it to the Grand Prix final. So I can go on about the silver and bronze medalists here in the pairs event, but I found someone much better to do it. I am here with Canadian pair legend Kirsten Moore-Towers. How are you?
I'm well. I'm fantastic. Legend is a big title, but I'm happy to be here.
You're not even real.
Mythical.
Yeah. We love unicorns, okay? So we have in second place the Americans, Emily Chan and Spencer Howe. They've had some success internationally. They were second at last year's Four Continents. Were they also your former training mates at a point?
Spencer Howe was a training mate of mine, yes, for a couple years in Montreal, not with Emily, with his former partner. So I do know Spencer and have trained with him in the past. They were amazing at this competition.
Yes, tell us more about what you thought of them in their free skate.
The thing I love many things about Emily and Spencer, but I mostly love their attention to detail. They're a pair team, they're doing pair elements, but they also are paying attention to their transitions, how they're getting in and out of their elements. Their jumps are fantastic. We saw them take advantage of the new rule where you can add a double axel on the end of a jump and have it count as a combination. They did a side-by-side double sow cow, double axel, extremely impressive. We saw a little bit of issues with some throws today, but overall, I thought their performance is amazing. You can't take your eyes off them.
Yes, I really find her finish on her lifts is absolutely beautiful. They have huge throws. I think once they iron out those difficulties, they'll be definitely a force to be reckoned with, especially in America. That was their first Grand Prix medal, by the way. And in third place, from Italy, Sarah Conti and Niccolo Macci, also picking up their first Grand Prix medal ever. Nationally ranked third. What did you think of this team?
I loved them. You know what? They were such a pleasant surprise for me. It's so amazing to see happy skaters in the kiss and cry, and their reaction when they found out they were going to get a medal was so heartwarming and fantastic. I find they have improved so much on everything. Their overall packaging, their jumps, throws, twists. They have a beautiful triple twist now, which I believe is a relatively new element for them. I thought they were fantastic.
We also have to give a shout out to Canadian pair teams who finished just off the podium. Benjamin Mimar and Brooke McIntosh. They're a young team, only teamed up right before the pandemic started.
Yeah.
Your thoughts?
Gosh, Brooke and Ben are so fun to watch, and Brooke is a machine. That girl is amazing. Ben is fantastic as well, and what an exciting Grand Prix debut for them. I'm excited to watch their career. I'm really appreciative of the fact that they're now working with Carol Lane and John Lane and Uris, and I believe Carol did the program, and they've continued to go and work with Carol, and so they see Piper and Paul, other dance teams, and their commitment to their skating skills has really impressed me this season. They've always had the technical elements, but now they're really committing to getting the rest of the package as well, which I really appreciate. They're going to be exciting to watch.
And you know what, that you say that, there's a moment where they do forward crosscuts, and I'm like, those are really nice forward crosscuts for a pair team, like dancer-esque. And whenever I see forward crosscuts that are good, I'm like, ugh, because I'm terrible at forward crosscuts.
You know what, their transitions were amazing. The programs they have are beautiful, and I could really see their like I said, their commitment to making their skating skills and their second mark, those program components, just as high as their technical mark.
Thank you again, Kirsten, for joining us. Always welcome here on That Figure Skating Show.
Thank
and
you.
Yes, a legend. Own it. Take it. Put it on your forehead. Thank you so much, Kirsten. All right, my peoples. As you can see, they are turning the lights off on us. So let's make like a filet mignon and Canadian bacon and wrap this up. In first place with the gold from Japan, Shoma Uno. second place, his countryman Kao Miura. And in third, of Italy, Matteo Rizzo. Miura was leading the pack heading into the free program, but the reigning world champion Shoma Uno said, nah, give me my things. Sitting in second after the short where he popped the second jump of his combo, leaving him in second place, he skates a near perfect 5-quad masterpiece of a free program. Starts off with 3 gorgeous quads, a loop, a sow, and a flip. A little bit of extra work to save them, but still money. In the second half, his 4th and 5th quads are just gorgeous. I see the improvement and the lack of telegraphing he has in these quads, that they look like part of the program. He's not like the other men who just show you that, hold on, here we go, a quad's coming up. They just happen so naturally and amazing. That being framed by his gorgeous skating. That step sequence is, go watch it, amazing. The stellar skate will catapult him into first place, but with his short program where he made the big mistake on the combo, the combined total is still well below his personal best. So expect even more from Shoma at NHK later this season. Now on to silver medalist Kao Miura. Like we mentioned before, Miura was leading the pack heading into the free program and hoping for a top 2 finish to clinch his ticket to the Grand Prix final. He had the equivalent of a 3-alarm fire today before his free program. His skate lace broke less than a minute into the warm-up. He had to get off, relace, came back on for the last 30 seconds, and then had to sit down again for another hour before he took his starting pose for this free program. Now me, your beloved host, Asher Hill, would have been pooping his pants and been like, let's just withdraw and try this again next year. But Kao isn't me. He rose to the occasion with a strong skate until it was a big fall on the quad sow where it looked like he almost hit his head and almost hit the boards. He was able to get back up, regroup, and deliver a strong program that was only 7 points below his PB that he hit last week at Skate America. The harrowing ordeal is handled, and he secures himself a second silver medal in less than a week to potentially punch his ticket for the Grand Prix final later this December. And I say potentially because you never know what could happen, but statistically, he's going. With the bronze, the Italian Matteo Rizzo touches a Grand Prix podium for the first time since 2019. Third after the short program, he holds on to the spot with a near clean skate to a Bruno Mars medley. I loved it, the crowd loved it, and he loved it too, giving us a big reaction with a rock star, hell yeah, I did that knee slide on the way to the kiss and cry. And of course, shout out to Keegan Messing of Canada. Not a clean short, he sat 4th heading into the free, but there was a great skate and he gave us everything he is famous for. 2 gorgy quads, 1 in combo, and a crazy triple axel that he survives. Wouldn't be a Keegan program without one. Then, giving us all what we wanted, he shows a picture of his son Wyatt in the kiss and cry, who he also brought to his first interview. And after the short program, he showed us a picture of baby number 2. Congrats, Wyatt, you're gonna be a sibling. So that's it from me at Skate Canada International, our first event live on location. Let us know what you thought about the event. What were your highlights? Who was your fave? And of course, check out the CBC Sports YouTube channel. We'll be here all Grand Prix season long, covering everything you want and more. See you guys soon. I know you loved that video. So subscribe so you don't miss anything and watch more videos because you loved it so much.